Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a pair of wide receivers who certainly want to be targeted throughout the game. It's Crabtree's Raiders going up against Thomas's Broncos. Now we'll head down to Jim Nantz and Phil Simms for this Week 5 matchup.
The Broncos setting up here for the kickoff. And Taiwan Jones is back deep for the opening kick. This game has officially begun. They're setting up the return. And he's taken down right at about the 29, not quite to the 30. So the rookie quarterback will take the field, trying to improve week by week.
Well, he's getting some experience. It's not a lot, but it's enough to help him feel more comfortable and I think play better. He should do well here today.
Let's go.
The Raiders have it at the 29. Moreno's brought down after picking up 6 on this play.
So many times you watch football games and coaches just give up too early on the run game. Well, they'll keep it going today. After that run, decent pickup by the running back.
Moreno, the lone setback this time. The Raiders will take the snap from the 35. Bryce Butler with the catch. Gain 18.
The key to being a really good route runner and running these drag routes across the field is show some courage. Don't worry about what's in front of you. The quarterback will take care of that.
First down at the 47. Handoff. The Raiders get a first down.
What a good job by the running back that time. He reads the blocks very well, and he picks his way through there and picks up a first down. That's nice.
The Raiders decked out in a lot of pink, and we see pink throughout the building. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month in the NFL. Run it. Trevathan that time on the tackle. And now we'll look at the Raiders offense, starting with the offensive line. This is an offense that has one of the most dangerous passing attacks in the NFL this season. The Raiders all bunched up here as they get set at the line. He'll take the snap from the gun. Surveys. And now here's the Broncos line up on defense. Can anyone on this defensive unit find out a way to stop the passing attack?
Get ready.
Drop back, shotgun formation. Scans the field. Catches the ball on the sideline, but does not get both feet down.
Well, there you go. Nice job by the defense on third down. They were bending, but they did not break. They made the play that counted, and they get off the field because of it.
The kick it's through there. The kick is good. And they take the lead with this field goal in the first.
Yeah, good job there by the offense driving down the field. And anytime you get points early in the game, that is a confidence boost for your football team.
One of the biggest legends the game will ever know, quarterback Peyton Manning.
Well, when you hear that phrase, he's a coach on the field, it is not a cliche when you're talking about Peyton Manning. Many people have said probably the best wide receiver coach in the NFL is the quarterback Peyton Manning.
The Broncos will come out in the pistol. First down at the 20. Got drilled as he throws it. Now that we have a moment, here's a look at the Broncos' offense. Their running game, not what everybody thought it would be. Right in the middle of the pack when it comes to league average. Second and 10. The reception by Daniels. And he's tackled, but not until he picked up the first down.
Well, if you guard the tight end close, sometimes that doesn't matter. They're so big and they got long arms, they can still make the catch. Quarterbacks give them a chance. they get it done.
The Broncos from the 32. Moore has the sack. The Raiders defense making a statement early with a sack.
Yeah, you always want to hit the quarterback early, get some self-doubt in your quarterback, but also give the offensive lineman some self-doubt going like, man, this might be
intercepted. The Raiders will use a timeout here. They'll talk it over before running a play on first down. Hey, the offense has a chance to do something with this drive. The Broncos lined up in the nickel. First down at the 17. Oakland in the end zone. That's his first touchdown catch of the season.
What a throw by the quarterback for a touchdown. It was just really nice. He threw it beautifully, right on target. Touchdown.
The Raiders for the point after. He made it. That'll be a touchback, and the ball will be placed at the 20. The Broncos just gave up some big turnover points. Let's see if they can hold on to the football this time, Phil, because we know how crucial it is. We talked to the coaches about it this week. This was their concern with this team.
Well, if you want to stay on the field, you better quit turning it over, right, Jim? That's what the coaches look. You make mistakes on the field, they're going to be forgiving to a point, but you got to be smart, you got to be efficient, and get the job done.
Second down and 3 following that nice run. It's going to be a false start call on the offense.
False start, offense.
Second down coming up. Anderson's lined up as the single back. Manning with the give. Fights through contact. Running room has the first down and a whole lot more on his way. The 30, the 20. Back that time, in on the tackle.
You want to be a running back in the NFL, I'll say this. You better be able to break some tackles. We saw multiple tackles broken that time. Good job.
The Broncos moving inside the 20 and the red zone. Last week, they just feasted on that part of the field. Takes it from the gun. Stands in the pocket. Incomplete as Manning is off target on that pass. And now, here's the Raiders lineup on defense. They have been shredded this year by opposing quarterbacks who have found a way to beat up on this secondary. Balls in the backfield, single back set. Second down and 10. That's a touchdown, and that tightens things up. And that's also touchdown number 509 for his career, topping Brett Favre's all-time mark, and we've got a new all-time record holder.
Boy, I thought Brett Favre was the greatest thrower in NFL history when I watched him during his career, but nope, we have a new guy. This man throws it better than anybody I've ever seen, and he's going to have every single record before it's over.
And the point... Anderson's now back on the sidelines where he'll be watching his defense. He put up big numbers on that last drive, including over 70 yards rushing. The Raiders really have this offense cranking, Phil. They've scored on their last 2 series.
You know what we see now in the NFL, so many different ways to move an offense, screens, run plays, power play.
Look at Derek Wolfe with the sack.
Every defense is looking for somebody to hit the quarterback, and the best person to do it is the defensive end. What a good job that time by him.
The Raiders lined up, bunch formation. They'll send it back to the quarterback out of the gun. Oh, and almost picked off that time.
They call that the moment of truth. It's a beautiful throw down the field, but the defensive back, he waits until it's time to make that jump. He defends the pass. What a good job by the defensive back.
From the gun. Down the field. What a catch. One-handed. One-handed catches, Phil, are becoming a thing of art.
Well, they practice it now, Jim. I think as they're growing up, you see them practice it out on playgrounds when they're in practice, and they come out here in the game, and they just make it happen. That is really, truly an incredible one-handed catch.
Coming to the line at the 24.
The Raiders come to the line, and they put their receivers in a bunch formation. And Holmes has got it. First down. A player is down on the field, and the training staff comes out, and we'll step aside for just a moment. First and goal from the 6. They'll go ground. Moreno tackled down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Grabbing the face mask. We see it almost once a week, and here it happens again.
Well, a lot of times these defenders, I'll give them a little slack because they're running so fast. They're trying to tackle some tremendous athletes in open space, and sometimes accidentally you're going to grab the face mask.
Runs it in for the touchdown. They came out firing on all cylinders, and already they've gotten a good leg up in this game, even as early as it is. What a hot start for this team. What's happened here, Phil?
Sharp play by the offense. That's what it's about. Man, they just came out mentally prepared, and they are showing the defense what it's all about, just executing one play after another.
Let's go now to Danielle Bellini, who has an injury update.
Guys, I just spoke with a Raiders official. He said it was his shoulder in question. The doctors believe it is a ligament tear, and they've pulled him from the game. An MRI has already been scheduled. In addition, it's hard to pinpoint when he could return from this injury, but this will most likely keep him out of the lineup for a couple weeks, guys.
First down at the 20. Curry takes down the quarterback.
Good cornerbacks become great cornerbacks when you have a defense that can sack the quarterback without blitzing. Good job by the defense.
Anderson's lined up directly behind the quarterback here. And off the mark on that short throw.
Bad job that time by the quarterback. He misses the receiver on the slant route. When you're throwing the slant route, you got to throw it right into the stomach of the receiver, so it's easy for him to make the catch, and he can protect himself also.
Manning uncorks a long pass. The Broncos will have to punt.
Well, the best thing we can say about that punt return, well, he didn't fumble the football.
The Raiders offense came out and hit its stride in a hurry, And you got to wonder, Phil, when is this defense going to step up?
They are rolling. There's no doubt about it. Boy, it's fun to watch it. When an offense gets hot in the NFL, it's just fun for everybody, for the fans and even us as announcers, because you don't know what's going to happen next.
First down at the 48. The catch is made by Crabtree. He'll pick up 7 this time.
The Raiders did a good job that time, throwing a pass on first down and picked up some nice yards. Now, second and short, really puts the defense in a tough position.
The Raiders come out in a jumbo set. They'll go ground. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down.
You're running back in this league and you pick up first downs. If you don't fumble the football, I promise you one thing, you're going to get more carries.
The football sits at the 34. The Broncos defense now is going to go nickel. Moreno's going to take the handoff now. And that gains a few. He's averaging 5 yards per carry.
You want to run the football with success, you're going to have plays like yardage. Don't listen to the fans. Keep running it, and it'll work.
The Raiders snap it at the 31. That's a gain of 6.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
The Raiders will take the snap from the 25. Nobody was going to catch him there. Touchdown. Bill, everything is going right for this team at this point. We're still in the first quarter. What must the coach on the other side be thinking?
He's thinking, hey, can we get this game over with and can I get out of here? He can't believe it. After a full week of hard work and preparation, and to come out and play like this is absolutely uncalled for.
It'll be a touchback. The Broncos weren't able to get anything out of their last drive and were forced to punt as they take the field here. Do you think they are going to vary their approach, Phil?
Well, I hope so. I think they will. They got a lot of information out there in that short drive, Jim. You can do that by showing different.
Vinny Curry with the sack.
There's a couple ways to get to the quarterback. Run over the tackle or run around him. It doesn't matter as long as you get the sack.
Manning's going to take it from the gun. Finds Thomas. McGill's there that time for the tackle.
On the offensive side, if it's third and long, there's very few plays that you have that are going to pick this up. So be careful in a situation like this.
Anderson's lined up behind his quarterback as the single back. Third down and 10. And with no options, he goes ahead and throws it away. And it'll be Colquitt back to punt. Jones is going to look for space now. Gains 11. The Raiders have a lot of bounce in their step as they retake the field here. They've scored on 3 straight drives and built up a very nice lead for themselves.
Yeah, confidence is a great thing. And when you have confidence, you can go out there and you can get it done. And that's what we see. They're excited. No matter who takes the field for the football team, you can see the excitement, the emotion, and they're taking advantage of it.
Inside the 50. Second and 8. Moreno's got it on the handoff. Keeps his legs moving. He's averaging right around 7 yards per carry on the game. The Raiders have fallen back on what they do quite well, and that's run the football. Moreno's hovered at or near the top of the league in rushing yards this season, and he's getting it done again today.
I'll tell you why he's getting it done again today, because up front he's got a bunch of road graders. Man, they can move people out, moving around, and they are running the ball once again very well. That time, nice job. Offensive line gives him a little hole, and he gets in there and shows his toughness and picks up the first down.
Double tight end formation. First down at the 34. A near reception that time by Harris.
That was an incomplete pass that time against cover two, the two deep safeties. And you really want to throw the football down the middle or deep down the sidelines. That time the quarterback didn't do that, and that's why it was incomplete.
2nd and 10. He's drilled as he throws.
Well, when it's 3rd and long in a situation like this, I'm going to look at it from the defensive side. You know they're going to be careful, so make sure you come up and just make the tackle so they don't get those yards after the catch or a long run.
3rd and 10. The give. He's brought down. That's going to bring up 4th down. Janikowski will line up for the field goal try. And he puts it through for 3.
Well, that time the offense had great field position. They don't take advantage of it, but at least they get 3 points. Good job by the kicker coming in and getting some points on the board.
No return. The ball's coming out to the 20. The Broncos offense failed to muster a single first down the last time they had it. Let's see if their offense this time can create a few sparks.
Well, you know the coaches were upset at them when they went to the sidelines, so the sense of urgency is there. You should be fired up, and I expect a better drive this time. Well, the quarterback showed off his arm strength that time, didn't he? He put the football right on the money, on a line, right into the receiver's hands.
The Broncos offense is still out there as we get the 2nd quarter underway. And the 2nd quarter is underway with this snap. Picks up 8 here. The Broncos have stayed with the run game today, and it's been a big part of their game plan. Anderson's been absolutely brilliant and almost impossible to bring down.
What a dominating performance by this offense today, just coming out and out-hitting the defense, giving the running back opportunities, and they are taking advantage of it.
He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a 1st down.
Well, everybody talks about the pass in the NFL. When it's 3rd and short, you got to man up and be tough and strong. Nice job that time by the offensive line. They let the running back get in there and pick up the 1st down.
To Daniels.
When you run that drag route across the field, it is not as easy as it looks. You're running fast. You have to catch the football right in stride, and you cannot see what's in front of you.
Manning's completion percentage, 50% on the day. That's a gain of 6.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
2nd down and 4. Anderson's going to secure the handoff.
Raiders guessed right on the defensive side that time. They thought it was going to be a run play. They were all over it, and they got in the backfield and made the tackle.
Loss of 4 on the play. The Broncos will take the snap from the 45. Scanning the field. But they can't connect.
The Broncos really don't have much of a chance of picking up this 1st down. It's 3rd and long. Of course, the defense is looking for passes down the field. They're all over everything, and the pass goes incomplete.
That's a touchback, and the ball will be spotted at the 20. The Raiders step back onto the field on offense. Their last possession resulted in a field goal.
Well, I know this. It was good defense on the other side. That's what made them kick it.
Ball is out. They recover their own fumble. Trevathan that time on the tackle.
Nice job by the offense that time. Even though they fumbled the football, quick enough and smart enough to get on it right away.
Moreno, the lone setback this time. Moreno's handed the football.
The Raiders offensive coordinator, he has to be frustrated by that play. I think he calls the right play, but what happens? The run loses yards, That's just a bad job by the offensive line.
3rd and forever. And Crabtree's there to catch a ball that had a lot of heat on it.
Good job by the defense. They're well taught, well schooled by the defensive coordinator. They know in situations like this, if it's thrown short of the first down marker, they're good. They come up, make the tackle. Now we have 4th down.
Talib's not going to test the coverage here as he makes the fair catch. The Broncos, Phil, what's the issue with this team? This offense specifically. 3 straight drives without a score.
Well, Jim, I'd say this. It's bad coaching. I just hate what they're trying to do on the offensive side. They're not putting their players in position to give them a chance to compete against this defense. They've got to change things up, give their offense a chance, and give these players a chance.
It's now 2nd down. The Broncos come to the line with a bunch set. Manning from the gun. Gets his feet down right near the chalk.
This is a route that's not running up in the NFL, the corner route. So many times, receivers just go across the field, they go short. But when you make these double moves like that, you get wide open, and what a throw by the quarterback.
Anderson's taking the handoff. Manning's completion percentage, 50% on the day.
Always good to have these types of runs. Hey, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
The Broncos take it from the 43. That pass is just thrown away. Now looking at 3rd down. Manning's lined up, empty backfield. From the gun. Pass is made, but the hit knocks the ball out. Incomplete.
The Broncos will second-guess that play call. That time on 3rd and short. They throw the football. Everybody thought they were going to run it. They were trying to be too clever, and it backfired. Now it's 4th down.
Puts it through the upright. Needed plenty of leg on that one.
Never take it for granted. When you're trying a field goal, a lot of things could go wrong, but good execution that time by the offense and a good kick. 3 points.
Jones not going to test the coverage this time as he takes a knee. Jackson's got to get this defense rallied behind him now as they come out for this drive. It hasn't been the kind of performance they had in mind coming into the game, partner.
If they keep this up, you know what's going to happen. There's going to be some changes on the defensive side. We saw the coaches on the sideline. They were very upset about the quality of play.
The Raiders have turned it up a notch with their running game today, Phil. Moreno's been leading the charge on this front, Phil.
And they've done it many ways. They've done it with power runs, going outside, going inside, draw plays. Everything is working for this running game today, and it's been impressive to watch.
And Crabtree's brought down after picking up 14 on the play. And Phil, you look at this offense right now, they've got a quarterback who's moving the football through the air, and that's a big reason why they're leading this game.
That's right. That's why they're leading the game. Boy, I'd hate to be a defensive back out there today. The wide receivers are good. The quarterback is hot. They've got awesome rhythm, and that's why they're playing so well.
The Raiders come out in a bunch set. The Raiders have it at the 34. Butler has the grab. Talib's going to make the tackle.
The Raiders do a really good job this time on offense. The quarterback throws the ball short. They pick up a few yards, and now it makes 3rd down much easier.
And he takes off. That pass well defended.
Good job that time by the quarterback. Gets out of the pocket fast and not able to make the throw for the completion, though.
A yard or 2.
Well, I can't blame the punt return at that time. That was just excellent coverage by the punt team.
The Broncos bring their offense onto the field. The last time they had control of the football, they did not come away empty-handed, but did not get a touchdown either.
Well, they got that field goal, and I think that's important. That field goal gave them a little confidence. They got some points up there. That always makes you feel good on the offensive side. Now take advantage of that good feeling. Go out there and score a touchdown this time.
Let's see if they can finish off a drive. Manning comes out in the pistol. The Broncos snap it up at the 26. And methodically, he just throws it away. It's third down coming up. Manning out of the gun. Makes the catch in the open field. Going to take it the distance. McGill's there to take him down.
What a nice throw and catch that time, but here it just shows you why you want to have a lot of speed on the defensive side. So when you make a mistake, what do? You make up for it by chasing the player down from behind and making the tackle.
Manning's going to take the snap from the shotgun. And the flag is down.
Offense.
The defense accepts the penalty. It's first down as they head to the line. The Raiders with a nickel look here on defense. To the ground. Trying to plow ahead. And pick up about 4.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They were all over the run that time, and they only give up a short gain.
The offense coming to the line inside the opponent's 20. Peyton Manning from the shotgun. C.J. Anderson with the catch. And that's a touchdown, and they inch closer.
Well, in the NFL, you got to overcome sometimes. Even though you have bad field position, you got to find a way to get out of it. It's always important to get a first down or two. The change field position, but man, when you drive down and get a touchdown out of it, that is truly icing on the cake.
The Broncos getting ready to kick it off. They'll take it at the 20. Aqib Talib marching back onto the field now. He has to be pretty discouraged with the way this game has played out in the early stages, Phil.
Yeah, I think he should be. Listen, what you do as a defensive leader, you got to go out there and rally the troops. And what do I mean about rallying the troops? Just get them together and make sure they're just doing their job. You just can't hide his talent. There's a reason why he's a top rusher in the NFL every single week. And even today, another good run, good vision, and also a lot of talent to pick up those big yards.
Moreno's going to take the handoff now.
The Raiders running back that time, he makes a bad decision. You can't be looking to make every play a big play when you're running the football. Look for a few yards, take advantage of that. He tries for the big play. What happens? He gets tackled for a loss.
The Raiders take it from the 33. There is a flag out.
Holding offense.
That penalty is, of course, going to be accepted by the defense. This would be second down. Halu's got it on the handoff. That's a gain of 8.
Well, the most common thing that most offensive coordinators do in the NFL on third and long situations, they're going to call a play where they probably don't think they're going to pick up the first down, but they're looking for field position.
Third down on the way. Glad to have you back as we come out of the 2-minute warning here in the first half. They'll hike it to him out of the shotgun. Going deep, but it falls incomplete.
Butler's really hit hard that time. And I know the football hit his hands, but when a defender times it perfectly like that, with that much power and speed going into that receiver, you are going to let that football go. That's human nature. Really good job by the defensive player.
Talib's tackled down at the 32. First down at the 32. And he's taken down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Boy, if his head got yanked back the other way, an obvious face mask penalty, and that's a big one.
It's about safety of the players, too. That's why when you grab, hit the helmet in certain situations, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Don't grab the face mask.
The Broncos will take the snap from the 35. And the reception by Anderson.
You know, you go to the hurry-up offense so you can get a high number of plays in, but also you don't want to use the timeout.
And that's a gain of 10. Third catch today so far. Time for the hurry-up offense. And it's complete over to Owen Daniels. The Raiders, one timeout remaining.
Here's the football marked at the 47.
First down at the 47. And it's grabbed by Latimer. Latimer's tackled down after a gain of 7. The Broncos are behind right now, but still have moved the ball through the air. Manning's been dropping back and finding targets so far.
Yeah, you're saying it right. They are behind, but it's not the fault of the offense. The offensive line giving this quarterback protection, and when you give him time, he's one of the best in the NFL. Well, you want to put all the pressure on the quarterback to make really good throws down the field, play tight man-to-man coverage. It takes perfect throws to get completions. Not there that time.
3rd and 3. He's wide open for the grab. Timeout's called, and we're going to step aside. Be back in just a moment.
Stepping up to the line of scrimmage, the 22-yard line.
First down at the 22. And incomplete. He was looking for Sanders.
And the quarterback, the coaches, his teammates, everybody loves to see a player give that type of effort. How about the receiver just going all out to make the catch? Doesn't quite get there, but the effort is outstanding.
To the sideline and complete. The Broncos use another timeout here, and they have one left. This will be the 8th play of this drive. Anderson's lined up now as the running back behind the quarterback. 3rd down and 7. And it's knocked down.
Things get tight down here in the red area. I got to give the defensive man a lot of credit, though. In position, sees the ball thrown, and is able to get that hand up there and knock it down.
And he converts here on the field goal try. That field goal gives this team a little boost of confidence as we draw near halftime.
I think these players and coaches are going to go in halftime feeling really good about what they've done here in the first half, keeping this game close like it is.
The Raiders were on an absolute tear in the first quarter. They've lost a little of that momentum, but they've still got the lead as we near halftime.
Well, you know, listen, sooner or later, your offense is going to cool down. But look, this is a team game, special teams, defense. They're hanging in there, and that's why they're leading. I guess you'd say he's like a quarterback. You can't complete them all. And this running back, he can't make every run spectacular. Nowhere to go, so only gets a couple yards this time.
He has the grab. Carter's in on the tackle.
The Raiders do a good job that time on second down. They don't force the football down the field. They throw it short. They pick up some solid yards to make it a good situation for them. Third and short.
And that's going to do it for the first half, folks. We'll be back to the Black Hole in Oakland for the start of the second half after this. Okay, Larry, looking sharp back in that studio. The third quarter underway as these teams take the field. As we look at the matchup at running back, hard to find fault in anything either one of these guys has done today.
Yeah, this is unique. This is fun to watch. You got a close game, and usually at this time we go, well, it's going to come down to the quarterbacks. Well, not today. It's going to come down to these running backs.
Second half, it's rolling now as he takes the snap. Curry takes down the quarterback.
Well, every defense is looking for somebody to sack the quarterback, and that time the speed of the defensive end gets around the tackle and gets the sack.
Manning from the gun. Cody Latimer has the catch.
You got to be agile when you make these kind of catches, running these short drag routes across the field. That time we saw the agility of the receiver. Nice catch.
Anderson's on the right side, split out wide. Manning's got it in the gun. Almost intercepted.
The Broncos put themselves in a situation where the defense has all the advantage. They know the pass probably has to go down the field on 3rd and long, and they were ready for it.
The Broncos call for the punting team. Jones got a chance this time. Trevathan that time on the tackle. And a run back of about 9.
Here they come to the 41-yard line.
The Broncos defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Looking to go down the field here. Puts a hand. Oh, he made the catch. He caught it with one hand.
Good job by the offense picking up a first down there. They've been terrific all day long. They're winning the football game, and they are tiring this defense out. The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
First and goal from the 1. 6 for the Raiders. Moreno's got his 3rd touchdown of the game. And that touchdown puts them in the driver's seat. Early stages of the second half.
You know, somewhere along the line, you got to take a stand, and you just got to say, I've had enough. And on the defensive side, they didn't do that in that drive, so maybe they could come out on the offensive side, find a way to score some points and get back into this game.
Touchback now as the ball comes out to the 20. The Broncos offense is on the field, hoping to erase the memory of their last drive, which was completely unproductive, a quick 3-and-out.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if they can erase this defense. This defense is pretty good. We saw that in the last drive, and they got good players, and they're pretty excited, so this is going to be tough on the offense.
Quick screen to Thomas. Thomas tackled right at the 28. That's his 4th catch of the day.
I like this. Show some patience. Don't try to get it all in one play. Pick up first downs and try to go down the field and score.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Manning's back in shotgun formation. And it's swatted away. 2nd and 10 coming up. Anderson's lined up in a single back formation. The Broncos take it from the 28. Tucks all over that offense and brings him down.
Well, I know this. When it comes to these situations, don't take a chance, because if you do, I promise you, it's going to backfire.
The Broncos take it from the 33. Caldwell with the grab. Tackles made.
The old-fashioned way of picking up big yardage is running the fly route on the outside. Show the speed of the receiver and the strength of the quarterback's arm. What a nice completion.
1st and goal from the 1. Balls. Touchdown. And this game just got a whole lot more interesting. And it hasn't taken them long to get back into this game here in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to give them credit for getting back into this game, but also, how about the opponents? I think they went in at halftime. They were satisfied. They sat on their laurels, and look what happened. Now they're in a close contest.
And here's Jones. And he's tackled right at the 30-yard line after that return. The Raiders offense preparing to get this drive underway. Their last drive actually ended in a touchdown, Phil. We'll see if they still have it in them to issue a repeat performance.
Well, what you saw in that last drive was everything just came together perfectly for them. The experience of the football team, the talent of the players, and the coaches helped them out and they got it done. The Raiders offense, they know it's more than just about their defense. The offense did a good job that time picking up the 1st down. That's what you want to do. You got a small lead in the 2nd half. Keep getting those 1st downs and eat that clock up.
Moreno tackled down. He's averaging 5 yards per carry on the day. The Raiders have clearly enjoyed being able to take the air out of the football when needed today. Moreno's dominated on the ground.
There is nothing like dominating a football game physically. They have overwhelmed the defense, and a good job by the offensive coordinator managing this game today.
They are winning at the moment, and they can thank the play of their quarterback.
How about that? Even the fans are going to be happy with the way he played today. They're not going to be able to write anything bad about him, because everything he did was top-notch. Decisions, throws, movement in the pocket. What a great day.
The Raiders have frustrated opponents all season running the football. They've been almost unstoppable. Moreno's again gotten the majority of the carries in a game where he's been a dominant running back.
I just love the mentality of this football team on the offensive side. They go in saying we are going to run it, and the offensive line so physical. Once again, they're getting it done.
The line of scrimmage right at the 24.
1st and 10. Haluz handed the football. Taken down at the 21.
Good coaching on the defensive side. Everybody stays at home. They stay in their gap, and they hold that run to a short gain.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive.
Let's go.
2nd down and 8. Michael Crabtree with the catch. Picks up 8 here. And Crabtree's undoubtedly been the top target for his quarterback today, Phil.
Yeah, he has. And quarterbacks, that's what happens. When a wide receiver gets hot, hey, they'll start looking for him. And that's what's happened in this game so far here.
Now 1st and 10. Marshall's there to make the tackle. One team's running the football, the other is passing, but both are working with their game plans.
Yeah, they both are working. As you look down there on the field, one set of running backs are really happy. On the other side, the wide receiver group, they're really happy. So as long as you get it done, that's all that matters.
2nd down and 10. A near interception, that time by Harris.
Gets tight down here in the red zone. So if you're a defender, read the quarterback. If you make a quick break on the football, hey, you get in a position like this and you can knock it down.
3rd down and 10. Rivera is able to grab it. That's a gain of 8. That's another reception, giving him 2.
Well, it's 3rd and long. Protect against the long pass. Make the quarterback throw it short, and then just come up there and make the tackle.
And converts on the 3. A little extra padding to the lead here, Phil, with the field goal, and things are looking good for them right now.
Yeah, it surely is. And what we've seen here today, of course, the players are playing very well, but it's been a coaching clinic so far by the team that's leading.
The Broncos offense preparing to get this drive underway. Their last possession ended in a touchdown. Phil, let's see if they can do it again.
Very well done. Love what I saw out there on the offense the last time. They mixed it up and they showed a lot of confidence. You can see the speed of the football team and try to duplicate what they just did.
The Raiders lined up in the nickel. 2nd and 10. Owen Daniels makes the catch. The Broncos still trail, but as we look at the passing numbers, it's hard to find much fault with them. Manning's numbers, though, speak to a team that could be winning if other things like their defense were doing their part here, partner.
Well, yeah, that's right. The defense has got to hold their end up, but the offense, they've been very, very good. The quarterback has been accurate. He has been smart, and that always gives you a chance when your quarterback is playing that well.
Jones has got it on the return. They bring him down in the middle of the field at the 50. That return's good for about 10. The Raiders take the field here as they've now built a nice little lead. It's grown since halftime, Phil.
I like what they're doing on the offensive side. The play caller, you are having an outstanding period right here. You're always one step ahead of the defense.
And he is tackled at the 44.
That's a nice route on the outside. Nice throw by the quarterback. Puts him in good position to keep moving and get a first down.
The Broncos go with the dime formation here on defense. From the gun. The Raiders now move the chains. That's his first reception.
On these sideline routes. For the out route, it is about timing. When that receiver makes that break to go towards the sideline, that football has to be in the air. Nice throw and catch that time.
Reese is taking the handoff.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
The Raiders have it at the 24. Moreno off the left side. Look at the rushing totals for both sides. Neither defense has had much luck slowing down the run.
Well, it's not about luck. It's about trying hard. It's about want to, and I do not see that from the defensive side. That's why the offenses are having so much success running the football here today. Jim, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. They're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
Snatches it with one hand.
Nice job that time by the offense getting the first down inside the red zone. And it's a good thing they got a quarterback with a strong arm because you've got to throw into some tight spots in the red zone.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Got hit on release. You see the offensive totals for these teams, and it's been about two teams getting it done in different ways.
What we're seeing is two different philosophies on the offensive side from these teams here today, Jim. And it doesn't matter. All you want to do is just get it done.
The defense loading up on the line, getting set for this snap. Takes it across. It is a touchdown. Those points may have made the lead insurmountable with just over a quarter to play.
Yeah, it's tough. Sometimes you get in a situation like this. Don't look at the scoreboard. Just think about going out and executing one play at a time, and you hope if you do that somewhere in the fourth quarter, you could find a way to get back into this game.
And a touchback here will bring the ball out to the 20. Looking now at the numbers, it's got to be a bit frustrating for this running back. You would expect him to get stronger as the game goes on, but the numbers have actually gone in the other direction.
Well, that's what you would think, but I'll tell you, this defense has gotten stronger as the game has gone along. You know, I think what happened is they were just tired of getting run over.
Still on his feet. Wide to the left.
He didn't get many yards that time on that run, but he's had a terrific day. When there's an opportunity to get some yards, he's been there to take advantage of it.
The Broncos from the 22. Anderson's going to take the handoff now. That tackle was made at the 27-yard line. He's up over 90 yards so far on the day.
Well, he's in the NFL because of this, because this guy can break tackles. Good job on that play.
The Broncos from the 27. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down.
Oh, he's looking for a place to run the football that time to pick up the third down and short, but nowhere to go. Offensive line gets dominated. Now it's fourth down.
Gets about 4 yards that time. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. We'll be back to Oakland for the start of the fourth after this. Welcome back. We've got a blowout in the making. Final quarter underway now with this snap. Reese is met after a gain of 8.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
Second down, 2 to go. Here's the handoff. Moreno tackled down. This one goes for only a yard.
This is one good tackling defense. They stay in good position at all times, and we saw it that time, and they stopped the play for a short gain.
Moreno lined up in the backfield. Almost intercepted that time.
It's a good job that time by the defense on third down. Find a way to get off the field. The defender found the way. Knocked that pass down.
Talib's going to take this one from the 12. There's going to be an injury timeout here. We'll take a quick break and be back in just a moment. First down at the 17. Sanders comes up with the ball.
The defense is going to play conservative in situations like this. They have a lead here in the fourth quarter. They'll give up those short throws.
Second and 6. Complete to Cody Latimer. Woodson's in on the tackle.
The Broncos that time, they can't get big yards, but the throw and catch picks up a few, and this third down's much easier with this situation.
The Broncos take it from the 23. C.J. Anderson with the catch. Got a flag. McGill's there to make the stop.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
And the illegal block in the back is going to move this team back.
Yeah, you know, Jim, the rule of thumb here is if you can read the name on the back of the jersey, don't block it.
First and 10. Monte Ball is the receiver.
The defense, they have a lead here in the fourth quarter, so they're willing to give up short pass completions, but Good job by the offense.
The Broncos from the 32. Makes the catch. Tackle's made, and the first down is picked up.
You got to be able to adjust when you run these drag routes across the field. The throw cannot always be right on target. Can you reach behind, make the catch, and keep going full speed? That's the sign of a good receiver.
Incomplete, almost going in the other direction.
That was excellent man-to-man coverage that time. When you want to shut down a receiver, really the only way to do it is to man up and play him one-on-one.
Manning standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. A nice grab. No doubt he was going to hold on to that one. The Broncos have a wideout who is in the midst of a hot streak. Thomas is having another big game today after a tremendous outing last week.
My gosh, he is so hot. Here's what we'll probably hear after the game is over today, because he's been catching so many passes. I'm sure he's going to talk about his contract, and you know what that means. He needs more money. Nice job that time by the tight end. Makes the catch, and you got to look out for him now in the NFL. Remember, they're usually the closest receiver to the quarterback. Quarterback gets in trouble, he's going to look for the tight end.
The Broncos snap it at the 31. Has his man. And a gain of 4.
You can only take what the defense gives you. Even though the offense is down here in the fourth quarter, they throw it short. That was a smart play.
Anderson's a receiver all the way out to the right. Second down and 6. And the reception by Anderson.
Well, when you're playing this cover 3 defense where 3 defenders are playing deep, that's great. You stop the deep passes, but who's going to stop the quick ones? Well, nobody. That's why the quarterback and the receivers are having really good success throwing these slant patterns.
Manning's now completed 4 in a row.
When you get down in the red zone, the offensive coordinator's got to call a play that deceives the defense. Let's see if he can do it. His team is down. He needs a big play here. The Broncos offensive coordinator does a good job that time calling the pass down here in the red zone. Caught the defense off guard. They got the completion for a good game.
Manning's completion percentage, 60% on the day. This long drive continues. Manning comes out in the pistol. The lineman tries to plead his case, but it looks like a false start.
False start, offense.
Third down after the penalty. Anderson's got it on the handoff. He's brought down. That's going to bring up 4th down. A short field goal try on the way.
The kick is good.
Kickers are like everybody else, like quarterbacks throwing the football. When their confidence is high, they can make it look easy. Another nice field goal by the kicker.
And no return as this goes for a touchback. Looking at the stats now, you see 2 wide receivers who have filled the role of being a #1 option today.
Yeah, you always want one wide receiver to step up for your football team and focus on him and see if he can get it done. But I'll tell you this, in the NFL now, you need 3 good wide receivers on every single team.
The Raiders at the line of scrimmage with their set of receivers in a bunch down after a gain of 4.
Nice job that time by the defense. They were ready for the run, nowhere for the running back to go, and they stopped him for a short gain.
The play clock's running down. Out of the gun. Look at that concentration as he makes the grab. The Raiders continue to pass the football, and when they have, they've looked in one familiar direction. And Crabtree's been involved in so many of them, Phil.
Jim, you're right. He knows how to get open. He's one of the best in the NFL. He's got a great pair of hands, and what a day he's having so far.
And he's going to be tackled right around the 35-yard line. Now, as we look at the numbers, I think we're both a little surprised to see that the tight end is not very involved in the passing attack.
Yeah, what they have done on the defensive side, they have said we are going to take him out of it. Sometimes it's pretty easy for a defense to take away the tight end, but don't fall asleep. He's always lurking.
2nd down and 5. Moreno's going to secure the handoff.
Good job by the defensive line, standing in there and fighting, and they hold the running back to a short gain.
This is 3rd down. The Raiders all bunched up here as they get set at the line. Dropping back now into the shotgun. The Raiders get a 1st down. The Broncos defense now is going to go nickel. He'll throw it over the middle. And it's batted down. Second and 10 coming up.
Get ready.
Getting away from the pressure. Butler's going to pull in the bullet pass.
When you can't hit the quarterback or put pressure on him, there's not much you're going to get done then. That time, quarterback had time and throws it down the field for another completion.
After the long gain, let's see what they do here. Moreno's brought down at the 21. He's averaging about 4 yards a carry.
If you want to run the football with success, you're going to have plays like this where they pick up very little yardage. Don't listen to the fans. Keep running it, and it'll work.
They need to get the play off. Moreno's handed the football. He's going to be tackled right around the 21-yard line.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They were all over the run that time, and they only give up a short gain.
3rd down.
Let's go.
Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. The offense picks up another 1st down and extends this drive.
They are, Jim. They're marching down the field, and I give all the credit to the offensive line. They are dominating the defense right now.
2 minutes to go before this one's in the books. Just 2 minutes left in this one. We're back now for the end of the 4th quarter. The Broncos come out in a dime package. 1st down and 10. Moreno tackled down. That's a timeout by the D. Play after play after play here on this drive. 2nd down and 9. Moreno takes it on the toss. Picks up 8 here. Timeout called by the defensive unit. He's got over 130 rushing yards today. On the way, 3rd down. Goal line defense on the field. Another touchdown, Oakland Raiders. Moreno's just scored his 4th touchdown of the day. And again, we look at the drive summary, and we have to keep an eye on that record now for most rushing touchdowns in a single game.
Well, if it's okay with you, I'm going to keep both of my eyes on it instead of that one single eye. But look, it is an outstanding day running the football, and the way they're moving up and down the field, I think he might have a chance to get that record. But so far, fun to watch.
And a run back of about 17. The Broncos bring their offense back onto the field. A long drive the last time they had it, but they got only 3.
Now, here's what they got out of that long drive, too, when you talk about it. I know it was just a field goal, but they tired the defense out. Now they got to take advantage.
The sack by Dan Williams. And here we have 2nd down. They'll go right to the hurry-up. Won't use a timeout here.
The defensive line's all shifting to the right. They're going to try to find a way to pressure the quarterback.
The tackle by Curtis Lofton. It'll be 3rd down. They're in the hurry-up mode. They try to convince them otherwise, but that's a false start on the offense.
False start, offense.
3rd down after the penalty. Manning out of the gun. And incomplete as Thomas can't hold on.
Well, sometimes when you have a talented receiver, you just got to put up with plays like that. He might drop a few, but when he does catch it, it can make a big play.
Jones has got it at the 15. Breaks free. That's a tackle right near the 48. Jones is the one who is down, and will step aside for just a moment. The Raiders offense takes the field, and what is in essence an encore bow to the crowd here, as they have been the dominant team all game long, and time is running out.
This is when I was at my best when I played, Jim. When we were winning, I came out there late in the game I could kneel down and kill the clock as good as any quarterback in history.
Takes the knee. Well, we're anxious to hear the full story on that injury. Let's go down to Danielle Bellini with the story.
Guys, I just spoke with a Raiders official. Tywan Jones's injury appears to be a dislocated shoulder.
What a shootout it was, and what a great way to finish off the game with a victory like that.
Yeah, you know, I'm trying to figure out if it's a shootout or just a lot of really awful defense, but a lot of scoring, pretty exciting, and a good victory for the team.
For Phil Simms and all the crew at EA Sports, Jim Nantz saying so long for now.